April 19th. I don't think I've recorded today. No, I was running late, I think. I don't know. It's been such a busy day. I just wanted to talk a little bit about Christina Lopes. So Christina Lopes came out with 2 videos over the past few weeks. And I hadn't listened to them only because I was just like eye rolling it. 3 weeks ago it was the top 10 signs of a sacred partnership, and I totally eye rolled that one. And then a week ago, how to manifest a loving sacred relationship. And I eye rolled it, one, because I'm not looking, right? I'm not looking. I'm not actively looking. Like, there's so much that I'm consumed with. But at the same time, right? Like, embracing the triggers, right? It's clearly triggering me. In the sense of more of like this, there's just a lot going on that I really, I just have a lot going on. And so, but at the same time, like, I know, I'm like, let me listen to it still, because I'm sure I'm going to pick up something that's going to make sense, or it's going to help me, like, just digest, right? Like, or even just analyze or, you know, think critically, right? About the information that's being presented, and then, you know, reflecting on my experience of it, especially because of what's happened, right? And this recent comment that I made that realizing, right, that maybe this healing with this person from my past was more of this healing for myself, right? It had nothing to do with him, more of my own healing. In reflecting, right, the progression of the dreams. So she's, and I'll include the links for both. And there's another one that I listened to that she had posted a while ago. That one I listened to too, but, you know, again, I didn't pay much attention to it. But these, in terms of differentiating between a karmic and a sacred partnership, and just kind of identifying the chakra impact of, you know, when you feel that connection towards someone, and the difference between, like, the unconditional love that you have towards someone. And I think the reason why I'm talking about this is because I'm, at the same time, also, like, assessing, right, my interactions with this new person, and is it getting, like, kind of intense? Yeah, but still light. Like, you know, we're not all the way in, but there's definitely an attraction. There's definitely intensity behind our actions, so to speak. Is it the primary focus? Not for me, because I find him highly stimulating in other ways, like mentally stimulating, and really mentally stimulating, and then just that whole emotional experience of the poems that were evoked from the beginning, and then now, like, more of, there's definitely like a physical connection. There's definitely, yeah, for me anyways, right? But she's just highlighting how with some relationships, karmic, there's more of this lower chakra, like sexual stuff, where you get pulled with someone, versus sacred partnerships, which is more heart-based. So I was reflecting on, like, the person from my past, and with him, the attraction, the pull wasn't from the lower chakras. Although I'll be the first one to say, like, that's a lot where my own healing needed to occur, right? The lower chakra, you know, I mentioned I enjoy sex. You know, I enjoy my sexuality. I'm comfortable with exploring, and it'd been a while. Like, it'd been a while that I had, like, desired it. It had been a while, right? And kind of being surprised with this new person that I noticed it more so this last time that we connected, where we hung out, I was kind of shocked that I'm just like, whoa, like I haven't, like it'd been a while for me. It had been a while that I was awakened. like I mean, again, we haven't like crossed that line really, but you know, we don't fool around. But continuously, I think what I appreciate is that we're continuously checking in with each other in terms of like and respecting like boundaries, right? In terms of what we're, mostly me, it's really mostly me, kind of saying like what I feel comfortable doing, what I don't feel comfortable doing, and I appreciate that he's respecting it, right? And I appreciate the fact that we're communicating with one another through that process of exploration, and kind of you know, communicating what we like, what we don't like in the moment of like, I just really I just really enjoy it, like the experience that I'm having with him so far on all levels. It's not just physical, like, because that really, when I first met him, right, there was no pull towards him. There was, aside from a physical familiarity from a distance, because I didn't have my glasses, and then just what was emotionally evoked by what he created without knowing him, right? So it wasn't like a pull towards him. And even when I'm like, even reflecting, like when I talked to him and his friend, there still wasn't like this. I mean, I was nervous, more so because I keep myself pretty secluded. I don't really talk to a lot of, like, I don't socialize. I just keep to myself. So so the nervousness was more out of like, you know, engaging in an unexpected way. And then even like when we went out to coffee, I mean, the progression of the session of that day, that evening, yeah, like for me, the progression of the evening, because I can only speak for myself, was I picking up, there was definitely, like, again, more of the mental stimulation of listening to how he would get to his thoughts and his conclusions, and getting to know him, and but feeling comfortable through that. Like, there was definitely not familiarity, but comfort. There was an element of safety. There was an element of safety, comfort. Like, he just felt good. Like, there was just this feeling of good. So it wasn't like this strong pull towards him. It was like when I was near him, it felt good. I don't know how else to explain it. And I remember telling him that evening when we were at his studio, I'm like, you feel good to me. Like, you just feel good. And being shocked by that, not, there wasn't any like intense pulling for me. He just felt good. Has that shifted the more, like, as we've, yeah, there's definitely, like I mentioned, there was more of this, like, it's been a while for me, and being shocked that I'm like, oh wow, like I'm like, you know, I'm desiring him, like I really am, and I think because it's a combination of the mental stimulation and just the emotional feeling good around, like, there's just this comfort and safety. I mean, I already have that within myself, but, you know, I don't know what it is. It's interesting. And so with this person from my past, it wasn't the like, if I had to, if I'm breaking myself down into like mind, heart, and body, right? In terms of like, yeah, body, right? Like how I'm taking in the energy with this person from my past, that's been a theme in the dreams. Out of the three, what was predominant for me in terms of a connection was definitely the heart space, like above anything else. Because even like sexually, like it wasn't I mean, how do I word it? Was there an attraction sexually? Yes, but that was a part of me that needed healing. So it wasn't so much it was just different, because I predominantly felt it here. Like I predominantly felt it here before our first sexual encounter, and it almost like intensified. Yeah, like it was just the, and then with him there was more there the familiarity of like, I feel like I've known you my whole life. That was a lot more intense. Above anything else, it was from here. Because I remember I was just even shocked myself. Like I'm like, what the hell is this? and with this new person, it's more, it's like all three to a certain degree. Like not I mean, I can't, I mean, I love everybody, like in terms of just, this acceptance of love for everybody, but if I'm comparing in terms of the intensity with this person from my past, like this person from my past, it was just at a whole, like the love was just at another level that I'd never experienced before. So that's the only that's the only thing I have to like compare it to. That's why I'm bringing it up, because it's really me just trying to like process and put it together. And I think there was a part of me that was just kind of questioning too, like, well, right, is this new person another lesson? Like strictly another lesson that I need to like away from, or is it more of this experience lesson of like now learning how to put all of my past lessons into practice, right? And can I stay balanced with everything that I've learned, right? And in not, being too overly sexualized, or being too like overly, because I can do that. Like I have a tendency, right, to like talk too much, or I have my vices, and it's just, and so anyways, I think it got triggered because I'm listening to her. I finished one of the videos, I'm in the middle of listening to the other one, and then just her communicating about like lower level chakras, right, of and really for me, right, sex has been like a big hurdle to heal for myself, to where right, like I can balance it, I can manage it, I'm okay without it. Right? and I think with everything in terms of what I do, there's still this unconditional acceptance within myself that if he changes his mind, if he takes off, I'll be fine. And so I'm reassured, I guess, just to bring it all full circle. I'm reassured that however this plays out as friends with special benefits, not full benefits, but that's telling you, I'm like, I guess we've we're still friends, right? At the end of the day, we're still friends with some benefits, not full benefits. It's I'm good with just how things are, and even just thinking about too, like, because I am getting busier, I'm behind, and I finally got my book today, so I'm like, okay, I can dive on it. And then I found out like I have this other presentation to prepare for, and I still have to, like, I mean, there's like all this stuff is like, oh snap, forgot about that. And wanting to make sure I still make time for this new friendship, for the simple fact that I just enjoy his company. Like, I enjoy his presence. I enjoy listening to him talk and problem solve and share about himself, and you know, being comfortable with his own insecurities, and you know, even though we don't know each other that long, like, the fact that he's willing to share. So, and I told him that, like, that last week, that I think that's one of the things that I'm finding more attractive of him, is the fact that he can do that he can actually speak about his insecurities, and just kind of where he's at, and I mean, you don't find that a lot, you know, where a man is comfortable enough to own it. I think that's what it is that he's able to own it, and so much so that he's come, at least with me, right? I don't know if he's owning it with other people, but I appreciate, like, really, really appreciate, and what I find attractive is that he can own it, and yeah, that he can own it, and I'm grateful. I'm grateful for that. Even as friends, like, I'm grateful that our paths have crossed. And yeah, I mean, if nothing changes, I'm good with the way things are, where he has his own life, I have my own, and that once a week we connect, right? Physically connect. I mean, during the week, it's usually me leaving more voice messages, but it's because I'm like thinking and trying to still put puzzle pieces together out of this whole experience, right? And even more so, like, now that, because we're creating this pattern. I mean, I don't know if it'll continue, but that Sunday nights he spends the night, and we just sleep together, and like literally just sleep together, and that I have dreams about him. So it's the first, because I don't have a lot of people that spend the night, or that I'm around. there's this, I left a voice message, I'm like, I don't really have like a lot of social interaction in physical proximity during the week, because I'm a hermit. I tend to keep in my space, aside from with my clients. So I this is the first for me where there's this pattern that when he spends the night, I'm getting a dream about him. I'm like, oh, okay. And then that other pattern, right, of the different symbolic dreams versus the storyline dreams. And noticing a pattern, because I was even thinking about the other people where I had a dream and there was a storyline in the dream versus a symbolic dream, and how the ones, there's a consistency with the storyline dreams and the emotional experience that I get from that, and then it actually playing out in real life. So I'm seeing that, and then I'm trying to reflect on other dreams where it was more symbolic, and then wondering, well, are those more future oriented then? So I think that's where I'm at in terms of trying to differentiate between those dreams, where it's more of this I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, just wanted to capture my thoughts. I need to finish. So that's all. Okay. Hi. My name is Yubi, and in case you haven't figured it out, this footage is capturing my experience as I learn to navigate my personal spiritual awakening. I am learning that this experience is unique to each one of us. In whatever way we believe we are embracing living our truth, this just happens to be my journey. And despite me having a graduate degree and a license in clinical social work, this by no means is intended to replace any type of mental health advice. This is just me on a personal level, documenting my experience, shedding light on the truth that I am learning and discovering for myself, and really inviting you along for the ride. If by some magical chance you find this content to be helpful in any way, shape, or form, please click the like button, share the message, subscribe to my YouTube channel. I have an Instagram account, a personal one, and one specifically for this channel that you're more than welcome to check out. I'm an open book. I have also created t-shirt designs. I'm wearing my favorite one right now, which is the North Node design, but I have that and other things that you can look at inspired by this process and journey, and I have the link in the description box as well as in the about section of my YouTube channel. So you're more than welcome to check those items out. Any type of support is great. Again, if you find this content really helpful or meaningful, sometimes when we take that step and be vulnerable, with showing what's inside our hearts and what's really our truth, we realize that we're much more connected than what we thought we were. And so I hope that as I'm living this experience, and that you find some type of truth for yourself, or find some type of ability to heal in some way just by relating, just by knowing that you're not alone. That really has been my goal with this process, not just being able to connect with others, but really for my own healing. It's definitely been a therapeutic experience and a very creative one for myself. So I thank you, and I wish you all the best, and we'll see what else comes next for me.